I couldn't hear you, Pat.
He said not yet.
Oh,
Alright, we are back.
there we go.
All right, so here's the last mushroom. Get that on the thing here. And then we want to put these in the oven for as long as we can.
What's the average timing?
I don't know, probably 20 minutes, but
Okay.
they're going to come out and look beautiful no matter when we're done here. So let's get this out of the way.
Okay.
Thank
I'll
you.
take
And
it.
what are we doing next? Let's do,
Should I get rid of this?
sure.
Okay.
We can clean up later.
Yeah.
I'll help clean up later. We can take care of that later. Let's keep cooking here and talking about the town or whatever you want to talk about. All right, so here's the steak we're going to use. Grass-fed, organic.
Okay.
Just for you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That means a lot. So, is steak one of the main foods that families have, at least those that are not vegetarian, for a holiday meal?
That's a good question. It's definitely a popular thing to have every once in a while. We don't have it that often, but we do every once in a while at the house, and it tastes even better with a little shrimp and broccoli on the side.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up around cattle keepers and meat and milk, so it's certainly one of the main foods in my culture for big festive seasons.
So what I like to do with the steak is actually something my father taught me, is to take peppercorns like this, and it kind of gets messy, but you want to break them, and you want to go like this, and then take a
Oh dear.
clean knife, and you want to crush them
Wow.
like that.
Good job.
So that breaks them fresh, makes them extra peppery, and then
This is an exercise for someone who has already had something to eat, because you have to use a lot of energy.
that's right. Yeah, it's not easy. So you can get those broken up, and then you actually just try to implant them
Okay.
in the steak. It could probably be a little more broken up, but so you want to just take the steak and smush them on there
Okay.
so they get totally stuck in like that. So
So-
now it looks very peppery and delicious. And then, of course, actually, I try not to mess with steak hands, but could you get the salt for me, please, so I don't get the salt container dirty?
Absolutely.
Maybe put some in my hand like that.
How much?
That's good.
Okay.
And you want to just, with pepper, you want to put pepper's friend, salt. Just plenty of salt, actually. And maybe some more for the other side.
Smells good.
Okay, so we're going to let that rest or whatever while we work on the broccoli. So
Okay.
I'm going to wash my hands.
All right.
And could we have another cutting board, please? Told you we're going to get everything dirty today.
That's okay. Then we're here. Where would you want me to?
We can set this aside. Sorry, I took all the pepper, whoever pepper that was. Put that there. This is upside down, I think.
Is it?
Oh, there's double-sided, very fancy.
We are fancy. We are acting TV.
Okay, so up next, last year we did, what did we do, green beans?
Yes.
And we spent a lot of time on that. This time we're going to do a much quicker version of a greenery. And it's these called, I think they're called broccolini or baby broccoli.
Okay.
And we're just going to get them going in this pan.
So in the meantime, how long are you keeping the steak out there?
Just until we're ready, just until everything else is ready, because that only takes a couple minutes.
All
And
right.
everything else takes longer.
So you're gonna chop.
I'm just going to cut the ends off, because the ends are kind of, I don't know, I just always do that. I figure
Yeah.
they cut them off in a farm sometime long time ago and give them a fresh cut before we cook them.
Why do you want to? Why do you usually do that?
just to give a fresh bottom.
Oh.
Sometimes the bottom gets a little crusty,
Okay.
and it's good to have a fresh bottom for it.
So, what are some of your family traditions for the holiday season, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, I had come from a pretty big family, and so does my wife. So we spend on Christmas. We go on Christmas Eve to my family's house, and on Christmas Day to my wife's family's house, and we have a lot of fun. A lot of kids and uncles and aunts and grandparents. It's a lot of fun every year.
Awesome. So, ready to do
Yeah.
the
So we
next-
need a little oil in the pan,
Okay. Should I turn on the heat? Yeah.
please.
All right.
And actually, why don't we put some garlic in there too?
Everything tastes better with.
Butter and garlic, right?
There we go. Oh. All right.
For this, I'll just chop the garlic because I kind of want it to stay. If you make it too small, it cooks too fast and burns.
Uh-huh.
So if you chop it like this, it tends to stick around a little bit longer without burning.
And should the heat be on the highest or medium?
Medium,
Okay.
please.
There we go.
What about you? What do you have for family traditions?
Well, we lots of food. I come from a big family. I'm one of 7 children.
7, oh.
Yes. So when you're talking about big families, and that's of course talking about traditions in Uganda, and so it's always big meals, big food, lots of dancing. We love to dance. There's never a party that is complete without dancing. So
Do you celebrate New Year's in Uganda?
yes. Now the difference is many people celebrate New Year's Eve at church or their places of worship, which is I don't know that it's unique to Uganda or to much of sub-Saharan Africa, but they do that in the modern times. Of course, back in the days, I don't think they really celebrated New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, but then on New Year's Day, again, big gathering, party, food, and name it. So people like to start the new year in their family at a place of worship.
Okay.
Yep, spiritual place.
And what are you doing this year?
Oh, this year, personally, I have no idea. I don't know because I have my family is back in Uganda, and my husband's family is in New Jersey, but we were there for Thanksgiving and might go there for Christmas, but New Year's I'll certainly be here, but I don't know yet what I'll be doing.
Well,
Should I turn it down?
no, that's good. We'll get the garlic in there.
Yeah.
Actually, let's throw everything in.
There we go.
So some other interesting things going on in Town Hall. We are working to regionalize our public safety communications, our dispatch office.
Okay.
Um,
I like what you
we use one spoon the whole time here. We're trying to save the dishwashing. We don't want to spend too much time dishwashing.
Okay. Thanks for saving the dishwasher.
This one's no good.
How long do you cook this for?
That's going to take a while. What can we add to that to make it cook faster? Let's think.
To make it cook
Water.
fast?
Water.
Really?
What else do we have?
Um,
What about wine? Do we have any wine?
No, we don't have wine. How about the vinegar? The one you use to
Vinegar?
pickle? I don't know.
I don't think vinegar is the answer.
Okay.
Just a little bit of water. We'll get that. Maybe some steam. Little steam action.
Okay.
Once the water boils off, we can add more oil or something to get the flavors going back.
All right.
All right, so next, what are we doing? So that's going to take a little while.
Okay. And what are we looking for?
Just want to get the the broccoli to soften.
Oh, okay.
And so basically what we'll do is have the water boil off, and once that boils off, these should be a little bit softer, and then we can try to get a little bit of a char, or at least make them easier to eat, you know, tastier and easier to eat.
Well, some people like the broccoli a little crunchy.
Oh, they'll be a little crunchy, yeah.
Oh,
They'll still be a little crunchy, but
okay.
we want to get them soft because, oh, you want to eat this raw?
Sure.
I'm sure it's fine, but no, it tastes good raw. But if you can cook it, it's that much better.
I'm laughing because I shouldn't talk with food in my mouth.
No, when you're on TV, you're supposed to eat with your mouth closed.
Anyway.
It's just starting to smell good.
Mm-hmm.
It needs salt, though.
Now, I don't know if my teeth are going to be green.
Everything's fine. You're fine.
All right, anyway. You were talking about some other things that are happening at Town Hall.
Right, so we are working to regionalize our dispatch office with the town of Concord. So right now, we have a full police department. Concord has a full police department and fire departments. And we both also have dispatch offices that, you know, receive 911 calls and tell the public safety folks where to respond to. And we are working on a plan to have a single dispatch office work to provide dispatching to both towns, which will save both towns a little bit of money, but it'll also make it easier to coordinate and collaborate on safety issues, and will really make it safer for the community by having more resources. By doing this, the state really invests a lot in you as a community, so it gives us more resources. So we're in the process right now of hiring
Right.
for that director.
Yep, I saw the job posting. So, how long is this arrangement for? Is it something that is temporary or something that we want to keep?
No, we want to do it forever. So
Okay.
once we get it going, we want to keep it. We want that to be the new plan. So
Okay.
we're just doing the startup right now, and then once that is completed, we will be running it full time. We're hoping to get it up and running within a year.
How many towns have you worked for?
I've worked I've worked in Westford, and I've worked in Andover and
Okay.
Acton.
Okay. Well, we're happy to have you here
Oh,
in
thanks.
Acton. I mean, it's always great to have a town manager who can cook.
Well, the jury's still out on that. We haven't tried anything yet.
Well, I tried the raw, whatever.
The raw carrot, yeah, the raw broccoli.
Yeah.
All right, what else can we do? So we're gonna cook the shrimp, but shrimp it cooks faster than anything. So
Yeah. How are you planning to make the shrimp?
I think what we could do, since this was frozen, it's all really wet. I think we could take a minute to dry it out with a paper towel.
Okay. And the whole thing about this shrimp is if you have leftover food in the house, like shrimp, you can bring it out and make a quick meal out of it, right?
Yeah, I think adding shrimp to the side of a steak is a really nice way to finish it off. And so we have shrimp here today that we'll throw on, make it surf and turf.
Surf and turf. That's a new phrase. I didn't know about it before. There's a lot of learning when you when English is not your first language.
Yeah. All right, good. So we're not going to do much to these shrimp. Maybe hit them with a little bit of lemon.
Are you gonna use put it on a pan with butter? How are you gonna make the
Yes.
shrimp? Okay.
So what we'll do is, now that we've gotten the water off them, we'll add some lemon onto it.
Okay. And what's the purpose? Is it just for
Lemons,
the taste?
any seafood you cook, I always add lemon.
Why?
Just it's a nice flavor with seafood. I also like it on vegetables.
Okay.
You can't go wrong with a little bit of lemon on that. There's a chef that I watch on TV, Chef Roy Choi, and he puts lemon on everything.
You
And
watch cooking shows.
I have, yeah. It's and he puts lemon on everything, and I think it's cool.
Okay. So who inspired you to start cooking, or what inspired you?
My parents.
Okay.
My father would do a lot of cooking, and my mother as well, and I would help out. The first thing they taught me how to cook was an omelet, which is it's pretty simple, but you can also make it complicated and really delicious. We used to make a lot of pizza growing up. My mother used to make the dough. These days we buy the dough, but we still make a lot of pizza.
Getting the shortcuts.
Yep.
All right. And so how often do you cook on any given week?
So my family, my wife and I, we both work full time. My wife's a teacher, and we have 3 boys, 2 in elementary school, 1 in middle school, and they play hockey, basketball, baseball, and you'd think that those have separate seasons, but they're all going all the time. So
Wow.
we try to cook a family meal 3 or 4 nights a week, and we just take turns. Whoever's home earliest and has the time to do it, we'll
Right.
take it on, and that's getting
Yeah.
pretty good. So
Yes.
we could probably lower that maybe,
Okay.
and
Oops. I did the opposite.
and
All right.
we're getting ready for the next step here, which will
What do
be
you
the
need for the
steak.
shrimp?
We're just going to put that on the pan. Actually, why don't we put a little cumin on this? You like cumin?
It kind of smells like Indian food.
Yeah, it's a little kick. It's in a lot of, I use that to make taco seasoning too.
Okay.
So what did we do? We did cumin, let's do salt. And normally I would do lime. Lime is also really good with shrimp,
Okay.
but I forgot to get lime today.
But I think you use lemon. I think that.
Oh, you know what? We forgot to put Parmesan cheese in the stuffed
stuffing?
Oh, that makes it so much
oh
better.
my God. Okay.
We'll have to do that next time.
All right. I'll bring you in for our New Year's kind of. No, that's too soon.
Okay, so why don't we?
What do you need?
We're gonna cook the steak. So let's get that pan really hot,
Very
and we're gonna
hot.
get this place smoking.
Okay.
Because I like to sear the steak on both sides, and then we're actually gonna put it in the oven
Okay.
for a minute to finish it on the inside.
All right. So,
All right, so let's pause for a minute while that gets hot.
do you put anything in the pan before you put the steak?
No.
No. Okay.